Hey guys, so I wanted to give you a quick video going over our stance for the offensive line before we get into our Saturday session. I know I've got some people like Alex and Connor, who this is old hat for, but we're also going to have some new people like Trey and Josh, and I'd like you to be able to see this video before I ask you to do some of these things. Now, our offensive line stance gets down into a three-point stance, but it's a little bit different than how other teams do a three-point stance. First, we want you to start with your feet about shoulder width apart, and then you're going to stagger your inside foot. Your inside foot is the foot that's closest to the football, whether you're the guard and right next to the center, or whether you're the tackle and right next to the guard. But this foot should come back so that your toe, and you can actually see my toe in the sock, the toe should be about equal with the heel. From here, you're going to squat down to get a little bit of a Z in your knees, but your butt needs to be lower than your head. We actually want your head up higher than your butt. You're going to put your inside hand down, but this is another important point. That inside hand that gets put down the ground should be right in front of this staggered foot. How far in front of it? Far enough in front of it so that this foot's heel comes a little bit off the ground, but your inside foot stays flat on the ground. So that's going to change depending on the person, but it's probably about, I don't know, a foot or a foot and a half. Now guys, I just realized I said something wrong, so I need to backtrack a little bit. I actually want your inside foot's heel to come a little off the ground and your outside foot to stay flat. So as you get down, you'll feel what that's like. Now from here, the reason we have our inside hand down and the reason we have our inside foot up is because one, our inside gap is the most important thing we need to be able to protect. That's why we have this inside hand down. And secondly, we're going to ask you to take steps and pull across that ball or towards that ball often. So we want this foot staggered back so it's easier to be able to step down the line. So one more time, Trey, Josh, anybody else that's new. Inside foot is staggered. The inside foot is the one that's closest to the ball. Z in the knees. Inside hand goes down and it goes down even with the foot that's staggered. We want a little weight going forward so there's a space under our heel, but this foot is flat on the ground. Opposite hand, just put it back here in your calf. Head higher than your butt. This is the place we want you to be able to start from on our offensive line.